What is up, guys? Hey, from the Madden YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be going over my first round matchup for the Madden Classic on the Xbox console. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. So we're going to be starting off here on offense first, as I am in the Las Vegas Raiders offense, running the trips tight end, kind of the meta little regs offensive formation for this classic. Obviously, being that we are not in MUT, as I hit a little stop and go inside zone for the one-play score, Aaron Jones gets me on the board here early. Obviously, you guys know me as more of an under center player. This year, I've dabbled a lot in the bunch, but those particular schemes to me are reliant on abilities. Here in regs, the beauty of the Madden Classic, it is Madden at its purest. The regular team head-to-head modes, what I grew up playing, it's what I was playing in Madden 12 and 13 back when I was really competing in the Virgin Gaming challenges. That was the mode that we all played. The ability to lab a team, find the gem players, and just go to war with the scheme that you see best fit. One thing that I really notice as I play through this and I see the feedback on Twitter as I get dotted up really nice here by my opponent, is that a lot of players are sitting here saying that regs is the worst mode in the game. And honestly, I could not disagree more. You know, I'm not trying to call anyone out, but honestly, if you're a pro player out there right now and you're talking about how regs is terrible, I'm probably just going to fire back and say that honestly, hey, if you need 3 one-step aheads with acrobats on your field, maybe you need to reevaluate what constitutes a pro player. Because if you can't lab this game at its most fundamental state, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Take that as shade to whoever. You know, I'm not out here trying to cause drama, but the truth is, if you need 3 players that are psychic DBs with you know, the acrobat ability shipped straight to you from P.T. Barnum and Bailey Circus, maybe the Ringling Brothers, whatever circus you want, then maybe you aren't as good defensively as you think you are. And when it comes to the Classic, you need to have a good knowledge of being able to mix up your man and zone concepts. So my opponent right there had a really good first drive. Really good first drive. He's running the San Francisco 49ers playbook. He's running with the Ravens, and he's got Lamar Jackson, so he can audible down into the strong close and the I close. Speaking of audibling down, I audible down here into the I form H slot, and I hit that little stretch looky. Aaron Jones with another one-play score. Now, this particular video, I want to talk about defense, because defensively, I ran the 3-4 defensive playbook. This allows me to incorporate not only my 2-4-5 defensive game plan, but also my 3-3-5 defensive game plan. You may have noticed I started off my first drive in the 2-4-5. My opponent did a good job establishing the run and running some play action off of it. So I go straight into the 3-3-5 here and show a little bit of a zone drops knowledge rather than playing more of a match style coverage. And I force a quick 3 and out. So I'm feeling really good right now. I strongly urge you guys, if you're struggling on defense, you don't want to run man coverage, go check out the match defensive game plan. I also break down blitzes, run gap shoots. I also break down, you know, some man coverage setups out of this game plan. Out of the 2-4-5, I think it's the best defensive formation all around in the game. I truly, honestly do. I know a lot of players out there would argue 3-3-5 wide is, as I go up top, a little route tech to Devontae Adams. If I had any stick work at all, I could have been in for a one-play score right there. But we're able to finish it off with Aaron Jones in his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half, and I go into full control right here. But what I love about the 3-4 defensive playbook is that I can run the 2-4-5, I can blitz the quarterback, I can pass rush with 4 or 3, I can cover the field with zone, with match, with man. And at the end of the day, if you're really good at beating that, then I could go into the 3-3-5, which is what I also teach on the website. Now, right there, I saw my opponent on their previous drive. They went to a beater against match, and I knew that they wanted that skinny corner. So I went ahead and used Kevin King. These are the things I teach in that defensive game plan on gridirongameplans.gg. And I'm able to get that quick turnover and turn that into 3 going into the half. Now, obviously, it's technically a 2nd round matchup. I know I said it's my 1st round matchup. I was able to get a bye in the first round of the bracket, as did many players. So this is my 1st round opponent here. And, you know, I'm feeling really good. He's got more of a slower paced offense. It's predicated on ball control, play action. And at this point, I know that the run threat is really not something he's going to do. So I'm able to just pin my ears back and go out of that 2-4-5. And he has to throw the ball, and he throws a pick right there to Darnell Savage. Now, over this week, I'm actually going to be posting my matchup after this, and then the matchup after that as well from my Saturday performance in the Madden Classic as I go back to work here on offense. You know, I think that I played really well this particular weekend. I'm not a trips tight end guy. I've never run trips tight end at any point in my career. You see right here, I roll out. I am able to catch him napping on the delay fade over the middle, and Bobby Tonyan down the seam is going to all but put it away there as I go up 31-7 mid third quarter. But I was labbing this trips tight end off stream a lot. A lot of you guys know right now I'm in the spread on Mutt when I'm streaming on twitch.tv/ZanMad. You guys know that I'm a bunch player early on in the year from the Washington playbook. But I labbed up hard out of this trips tight end to try to be prepared for this tournament. And I felt that I played really, really well in the Raiders playbook, enough to the point where I feel like I could go to it, you know, and feel pretty solid in a competitive environment, even with only about a week's experience in that formation. As you see right there, my opponent throws up another ball for grabs, and I wasn't able to get my feet in bounds. But, you know, I'm basically able in this defense to kind of force my opponent into some tough reads. Right there, that was a terrible break for him. He had a touchdown and dropped it right there, but able to come back on that next play and pick up that score. So now he goes for 2, and I decide to bait over the middle. I'm able to pick it off with Smash Amos. So I've got a 31-13 lead here. And now at this point, I'm kind of thinking to myself, let's just go ahead and end this ball game out. So, you know, you're going to see me here offensively. I'm going to go to more of a ball control style, just run the clock, a lot of time off the clock in between plays. Take that into the fourth quarter, a little inside zone with Aaron Jones to come up after that. But in general, I felt like I played really well. Here again, another little rollout. He sleeps on the delay fade back across the middle, and Bobby Tonyan picks up a huge gain across midfield. And again, it's basically over at this point. I toss this ball away. But I do want to say here, if you guys are struggling on defense, honestly, please go check out gridirongameplans.gg. We've got ways to stop the bunch, the trips tight end meta, the run, the bunch tight end meta. There's so many different passing metas out there that you guys have to be aware of all these little tactics on how to stop the rollouts and the delay fades and the different RPOs that people audible down into. We've got that all included in the 2-4-5 defensive game plan, on top of the fact that I've spent the last 6 months before the 2-4-5 in the nickel 3-3-5. So we've got 2 different defensive nickel packages that you can go between. You can even audible in and out of them if you wish. You'd have to set up your depth chart appropriately and get the right players there. But again, you just see that once he has to pass, it is over. Struggling. In fact, I mean, guy's down 21 inside the 2-minute warning, and he's running play action and still running the ball to try to set this up. Right here, I know he's got no gunslinger. I left the middle of the field open. I knew that Lamar would throw me, you know, a butterfly right there. And I was able to pick it off once again here with Smash Amos to finish this game. So I go ahead and take a kneel, and I'm going to be moving on into round number 2. I am going to be uploading that video tomorrow, and let me tell you, that game is an unbelievable game. Came down to the final play. So I hope that you guys will subscribe to the channel here on the YouTube. Again, go check out gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. That's 52 vault updates a year and any and every offensive game plan for just $9.95 a month. You can opt out at any time. So if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow with my 3rd round matchup from the Madden Classic on Saturday. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.